All right, good morning, and again, this is the AM show, and it's with me and Nimwa. Nimwa, welcome.
Hi, I like the way you welcome me to the show. Like, you're welcome too, Israel.
Oh.
Welcome back from that defeat. I'm happy to see that you're doing well, that your spirits are up. I admire your tenacity and your resilience. It's not easy, to go through something like you did on Sunday and, hold your head up high and just walk through.
Hold on. Am I missing something? Welcome back from what?
Walk through, life with your pride and your, integrity intact. I'm really proud of you for how you're handling that Hearts of Oak loss. I mean, well done. I'm really, really proud of you. And I mean that admission that, even great teams lose sometimes. It's fantastic. Love your attitude. Such a great attitude. So I'm really happy this morning.
I don't get you.
Why?
What's all this about? Hearts of Oak lost 6-1 to Wydad in Morocco. Mm-hmm. And why all this drama?
There's no drama. I'm just saying I'm happy to
that same day, okay?
Uh-huh.
Manchester United.
Yeah.
They lost.
Yes.
They were walloped.
Yes.
By the same margin, really.
Exactly.
By Liverpool.
Yes.
In or at Old Trafford.
Mm-hmm. Does it mean that I can't admire your resilience and your ability to, look past the present pain and look forward to the glory that may lie ahead of you?
Big teams lose.
So we're agreeing. Yes, big teams lose. So well done, Israel. I'm very, very happy to see you in good spirits because God knows it was absolutely devastating. Anyways, so if you're just tuning in, good morning, welcome. This is the AM show. And Israel is in good spirits. He's alive and well. And we're really thankful.
I'm fine. I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong with me.
Of course, there's nothing wrong with you. That's what I admire. That you can sit here and say there's nothing wrong with you with a smile on your face. Do you know how many people cannot do that? Takes great strength.
Okay, let's get on with the newspapers.
Yeah,
and,
we should,
I'll start with the Daily Graphic. And today I intend to make it as quickly as possible. So I've already figured out the story.
Pages, okay, that's good.
All right, so Daily Graphic on the front page, Alternative Livelihood Program, 220,000 illegal miners to gain employment. So about 220,000 illegal miners will be provided with good alternative livelihood options under a new national program, the National Alternative Employment and Livelihood Program, NILP. Okay, so we keep coming up with all these acronyms every now and then. We like doing these.
We are tired, Craig. Just do the work.
Another program which is targeted at people affected by the crackdown on illegal mining, or galamsey. The beneficiaries will be allocated space and also provided with technical assistance by geologists, mining engineers, and other experts to ensure that they carry out mining activities in a responsible manner to protect lives and the environment. So I hear this and I'm wondering, the geologists and all the other people that they're saying, mining engineers, geologists, they'll be provided to these people to help them. I'm suspecting the geologists themselves might end up taking galamsey,
wow.
Then
have a little faith. Have a little faith.
Using these galamseyers as, they will set up their business.
Have a little faith.
Anyway, so yeah. And but I'm also trying to understand the difference between. So we have this one, and the president also set up these district community mines. Mm-hmm. Sometime in July 25. I'm trying to understand, okay, what's the difference? Because they're also supposed to be targeted at these galamseyers. So anyway, but they're talking about an exit route. The objective of the new program is in line with the government's vision of ameliorating the unintended and unavoidable hardships of the clampdown by Operation Halts. Okay. All right. So moving on to another story. Going to page 16. And that story is on the front page. It says, ban on Aboboya postponed to February 2022. The ban was supposed to have started a lot earlier, but now we're learning that it's been postponed. It was supposed to have started November 1. So they were banning they're banning the tricycles to stop using major roads from November 1.
Okay, that's very interesting. But other interesting stories, and of course we'll bring you more on that, other interesting stories on the front page of the Ghanaian Times this morning. What Israel was talking about, community mining scheme, President launches livelihood programs. Now guess what? We're expecting 150,000 tourists to arrive in Ghana by December. Beyond the return, Ghana is targeting 150,000 tourist arrivals by December. That's according to the Minister of Tourism, Interesting and Creative Arts, Dr. Awal. 150,000 in a four. Wow. Okay. Thousands of prospects. I wonder how we're going to cope. What measures we're going to put in place, for COVID-19. Can we handle, such a massive wave? Are we going to be thorough at the airports? Are we going to, adhere to protocols? Is there going to be more police enforcement? And all of that gearing up. We should have a conversation about that and see how, beyond Ghana targeting 150,000 tourists, how is Ghana actually preparing for these 150,000 tourists.
But I'm also trying to understand, how are we coming by these figures? Okay. I mean, how do we know that we're getting 100 and...
Well, it's targeting. So I guess, based on marketing, on sales, on figures from maybe, the different organizers, whether it's Afro Nation, whether it's that, and also perhaps based on what has happened in the past, because you usually use the past to project the future.
All right, so I had some mic issues, so apparently you couldn't hear me. That's why Anima has to take over and do the Ghanaian Times.
No, which is fine. I don't think they were complaining. I mean...
I'm sure they're wondering, okay, Israel's mic has some problem. What's happening? We can't hear Israel.
Okay, so let me just give you a few details about this. The December in Ghana program is expected to have tourists from America, United Kingdom, Nigeria, China, Netherlands, and other countries. Obviously, he talked about last year, saying last year was appalling for tourism because of COVID-19, and also the fact that Ghana is actually getting more tourist arrivals than any other West African country. Also because of the policies that have been put in place. Now, Dr. Awal is assuring that by December we would have vaccinated close to 20 million people out of 31 million people. That would be a significant number. You see, the problem with this is the number of months that the vaccine has efficacy or whatever, So if you've vaccinated 20 million people, they've had their second dose maybe 5-6 months before, or even 7 months before, or even 8, then, do you see what I mean? I think it's definitely a conversation that we want to have.
20 million, are we still working with this 20 million
we are still,
by December?
We are still working with a lot of things that are not, do you understand? Very good. So anyways, well, I think we should have a conversation at some point with the Ghana Health Service about, that figure. Even though we may have vaccinated 20 million people, how many people are actually, immune. So do you want to finish your paper and then I can come back to...
You finish with the Ghanaian Times.
Oh, okay. Now you've thrown me off a little bit. But just like any Heart of Oak fan, I rise above the being thrown off and I persevere. Invocation of curses on politicians, 18 persons granted 5,000 CD bill. Your facial expressions are priceless. Sudan's military dissolves civilian governments, harass leaders. Pope Francis compares Libyan centers to concentration and camp. Cabinet approves recruitment of 1,000 vet professionals. And the release of emergency support fund of 43.9 million Ghana cedis to combat the current outbreaks of the highly pathogenic avian influenza in the country. Okay, Afghanistan is facing a desperate food crisis. Meanwhile, I think the upper west or upper east region residents are being assured of food security. Now, that story about the Langquantanan Medina residents' demo against bad roads in the community is also on page 15 of the Ghanaian Times. Thousands of prospective fire service GIS recruits throng LWAC FATs to go through screening. We're talking about that a little later on in the show. Now, this happens, almost every time that there's recruitment. Thousands of people do go there. It's about the hope that, they can get into some sort of employment that offers some sort of security, because you kind of,
If you get into the, Ghana Fire Service or military,
it's kind of a job for life, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
Unless you must do something really stupid to be kicked out of there.
Yeah. I used to dream of being in the military, but
it's never too late.
It's late. It's late. They have a cutoff age. Do you know that according to the United Nations, I'm not a youth? Hard to believe, right? Like very hard to be. I don't qualify.
But I think you can enter through another means.
Like special needs.
As an officer or something. You should think about it.
Honestly, honest. I mean, I don't even understand.
I'll find out. I would have to find out for you.
Yeah, okay.
Because if you really want to, you can get in.
I didn't mean the
I can't even get in.
I didn't mean the Ghanaian military, though.
Oh.
Anyway.
Why?
Okay, so can I move on? The Upper East
You don't like
president.
the Ghanaian military?
No.
Why?
Because there are lots of people who want to get into the military who actually really need it. So I'm taking a step back. I'm just, behaving like my team Kotoko, who have taken a step back so the hearts of folk can shine, except that they are not shining. Anyway.
And you went to Dubai. Hold on. So Kotoko went to Dubai. And what happened in Dubai? What happened in Dubai?
I just said we just took a step back. We made a decision to take a step back, like how I'm making a decision.
I don't know
to
who
not try
actually
and join
paid
them.
for that trip for the team to go to Dubai.
It wasn't you,
Just
though,
to
was
go
it?
and waste somebody's money and in return with virtually nothing.
At least they didn't return with six. They didn't return with -6.
You want me to go into the scores? You played 5 matches. You lost all of them.
I think this is what the person who wrote the quote, the pot calling the kettle. Player. Fabio Gama. Why are you laughing?
Just that?
Yes. You said I should mention one. Is he any less of a Kosoko player just because he's Ghanaian?
Indigenous.
Wow. Racism. UNDP to support shea butter products with 1 million Ghana cedis. This is a good time to get into shea butter production. UNDP is supporting shea butter producers with 1 million Ghana cedis. So if you're unemployed and you're watching, maybe it's a good time to get into some shea butter, like the British call it, shea butter. Okay. Queen's Baton lands in Ghana, wagered by a hospital, appeals for children's unit. All right, that's it for me for the Ghanaian Times.
Okay, so
handing over to Hearts of Oak.
Let me go back to the Daily Graphic. And I don't know if you got the Aboboya bits. So, the Aboboya bits, it was supposed to have, the banning of the tricycles from the major highways was supposed to have started from November 1. But the Greater Accra Regional Minister, within 72 hours of announcing the dates, he, at a news conference in Accra yesterday, said effective November 1st, no motorized tricycle should ply the motorway. However, in line with the intended exercise, all motorized tricycles should keep away from all major highways and principal streets and restrict their operations to community riding by February 1, 2021. So the new date, so Bano and Aboboya postponed to February 2022. Even though, yes, I was very much looking forward to that November 1 date.
Sitting in an Aboboya?
No.
Okay.
No, getting them off the streets because they're a nuisance.
Yeah, not as much as some trotro drivers and motorbike.
They're all. Okay, so Damba Festival lights up Yendi.
Oh yeah, I saw the pictures of that.
Let's get to the center spread. Investigate former President Mahama over electoral fraud claims. That's the EC. So the EC held a news conference yesterday and they were going hard at former President John Mahama over some allegations he's made. So they say, we see that our silence on this matter has dire consequences on public confidence in the commission and want the police to investigate the claims. And they talk about how the electoral process in 2020 was watertight, was efficient. So they also responded to this claim that the former president said that the 2020 elections will go down as one of the worst in the country's democratic journey. He said the good people of Ghana who experience our processes are the best judges. Their testimonies on social media demonstrated that the people were highly satisfied. It is not a wonder that the internationally recognized EU International Observer Mission, which has a track record of election observation, scored the 2020 elections 95%. The Deputy EC Chairman said that's Mr. Dr. Eric Bosman Asare speaking there. Okay, moving on. Justice for All Goes Virtual receives international recognition. And World Best Teacher Contender introduced to Education Minister. Okay, those are just some of the other stories in the Daily Graphic. Just making sure I spend less time so that anyone will be happy.
No, it's fine.
The rest of
I'm happy. Hearts of Oak made me very happy, so I don't think anything can top that.
So the Fire Service immigration recruitment process is all here, also in the Daily Graphic, page 38. And you see there's one photo here. It doesn't really speak to it, because if you look at the photos in the news story from Kumasi, that's quite serious. Lots of people seeking these jobs. I wish them all the best. Really, I mean, I think we need a lot more fire service personnel. We need a lot more immigration personnel. So why
yeah, but
not?
needing a lot more fire service personnel, for example, it's not just about the personnel then, is it? Because then the whole organization needs to expand. There's no point hiring 10,000 new, firefighters if you have 6 trucks or that kind of thing. Yes. And you know how it is, like in the US and the UK, how every borough or every district or every neighborhood kind of has like a fire station, and kind of that. And they do all sorts of interesting things.
If you have the people, they probably maybe they'll come up with innovative means. They may decide to go to...
Like what, putting a barrel on your head and running to the site of the fire?
Go to the place in a taxi and with a gallon of water.
Really, are you proud of yourself?
Ghana receives tour to mark Global Fund at 20, and Minister urges cocoa farmers to embrace pension scheme. That's it for the Daily Graphic. Okay,
so let's do page 5 of the Daily Guide. Let's get into international stories. Sudan coup, military dissolves civilian government and arrests leaders. Saudi prince suggested killing the king. Bomb cyclone brings mudslides, flooding, and power cuts to California. Haiti fuel shortages threaten lives. That's according to UNICEF. So that's it for page 5. Let's get into some entertainment. Equiapin Polo appeal judgment sets for December 1. Jayana scoops 2 awards at 2021 Gugma. I have resigned from the Shatter movement. Oh, that's according to Ken Addy. Uncle Ken has disclosed that he used to be the chairman of Shatawale's fan base until the artiste began misbehaving. So he made this revelation on Joy FM's Showbiz A to Z and said he used to admire the artist's gifts of effortlessly making hits and drew closer to him and doing all of that. But now he's divorcing him, basically, and says that, nope, not doing this anymore. So it'd be interesting to know how many of Shatawale's people, their feelings would have changed after what he did. But anyway, interesting. Okay, Macdan, Ebo Taylor, and others honored at the Emmy Awards. Daco Vibe features Davido on news. Daily Guide, really, this is like old news. Like, they're talking about Je M'appelle, which is a song Daco Vibes has with Davido, which came out weeks and weeks ago. Anyways, on the let's observe a minute silence for Hearts of Oak. On the back page of the Daily Guide, Hearts begs fans after WAC wallop. Hearts of Oak have released a statement to fans of the club. Please come and hire me and let me read the statements for you. I'll cry in the statements. I promise it'll be fantastic. The Phobians suffered their heaviest defeat in Africa's elite competition after succumbing to a 6-1 defeat. According to the club, the loss serves a huge learning lesson for their massively inexperienced team. Hearts also apologized to their fans for the woeful performance on Sunday night, insisting that they will build on the experience. Okay, I just need a minute to just recover from that apology from Hearts of Oak. I just need you to give me a minute. Okay.
Hey, you can't be dramatic, eh? Okay, but hold on. On the back page, same back
Say
page.
no more. My heart cannot take it. My heart.
Same back page. Liverpool defeats my darkest day. How are you not reading that?
Because we support our own, homegrown, you know, made in Ghana. Yeah. That's it for the Daily Guide this morning.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Wow,
Are you,
it's
happy,
rather speechless.
are you happy with
Not
yourself?
quite yet. Not quite. Almost. I'm almost there.
Okay, Business and Financial Times. Tourism Ministry GT expects 150,000 visitors from December for December in GH events. Okay, so they're actually looking at December, the events that they have in December to deepen beyond the return initiative. Banks will increase lending as economy picks up. That's Addison, the governor, saying that. And rising age of population dependent on active workers worrying. That's Employment Minister also saying that. So yeah, that's it for the Business and Financial Times. And then we should be getting ready to go to my Joy Online to see the stories we have there. But Daily Statesman, Agric Ministry gets clearance to recruit 1,100 professionals. Okay, that's good. Galamseyers get relief as government launches alternative employment and livelihood program. That's the NILP. I don't even know how to pronounce that.
What?
NILP.
All right.
N-A-E-L-P.
Like how it took me a time to pronounce, it took me some time to pronounce AFCFTA. So.
Mahama hot over 2020 rigging claims. EC demands evidence of thumb-printed ballot papers. It's supposed to be thumb, right? Thumb-printed.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay, so that's it for the Daily Statesman.
Okay, can we go to myjoyonline.com?
Okay, so we'll settle the 2024 elections anyway, anyhow. Okay, a free Ankara saying that. I blame EC for the 8 deaths recorded in 2020 elections, Tokono. But the EC is also saying that don't blame us. The EC is saying don't blame us because we are not in charge of security for elections. So I only met Godfred Dame to discuss law school issues. Justice Doche fights off Upuni bias claims. Mahama never said EC thumb-printed 1 million ballot papers. It's a free Ankara. Fake kidnap victim pleads guilty to 2 charges against her. Delay in sanctioning corporates for deaths recorded in 2020 election worrying Dr. Pumpuni Asante. And EC reducing cost of elections per voter to $7.70 incorrect, Peter Otukono. We reject Mahama's scoring of 2020 elections as one of the worst, EC. And ballot stuffing claims by NDC bogus, Peter
McMahon. Okay, so that's it for My Joy Online, and that's it for the news review this morning. But of course, the show continues, and this morning we're discussing...
Yeah, the public sector health workers, they're saying they've announced a strike effective today, so we'll be around the regions to get to find out how this is impacting. So you can essentially visit a public hospital, because if you go, it's not likely that you get the needed care. So you may have to turn to a private hospital or one of these mission hospitals that are available. So we'll look at that. And then we'll also be out there to look at the numbers that are trooping in to be enlisted into the Ghana Immigration Service, the Ghana National Fire Service, and all of that. They have lots of interesting stories. We'd like to hear some of these stories.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We would. So all that and more coming up. Of course, we also have some showbiz with IB a little later on. IB's back, and so much more fun. This is the AM show. Don't go anywhere.